conditional scholarships are different than regular scholarships because conditional scholarships have conditions attached. They have strings attached, and that's some of the fine print as future lawyers you definitely want to be aware of. So if a law school offers you a scholarship, but they say you've got to maintain a certain grade point average, or you've got to be in a certain ranking in class ranking in order to keep the scholarship, then of course you're at risk of losing that scholarship. And everybody tends to think that they're that special snowflake who's going to do well and who's going to be in the top third of the class. But if they offer that scholarship to half the class and they say you got to be in the top third, then a certain percentage, about 17%, are they're doomed to fail automatically, but nobody thinks they're going to fall within that 17%. And of course, if you've been a star student in high school, in college, you might think you'll be the same in law school, but when you're in law school, you are a different person with different obligations. You may have family obligations, work obligations, personal obligations. Law school can be tough. You might have been used to being the big fish in the small pond. You get to law school, could be a different story. And so you want to treat those conditional scholarships differently and take them with a grain of salt relative to no strings attached scholarships where, of course, the money is essentially guaranteed. Those conditions are fixed, and once you sign, you're essentially locked into them. And especially with law school, it's not very easy to transfer or to change midway through. So I wouldn't assume that you'll automatically be able to transfer. And this is a negotiation leverage point when schools are trying to get you to attend them over someone else. You can say, I want the conditions removed. I want the conditions reduced. And rather than a loan, you may want the scholarship outright, or instead of being in the top third of the class, maybe the top half, or instead of only for 1 year, maybe for all 3 years. There are all different things you can play with there to make the terms more beneficial to yourself. So don't be afraid to go back and forth and negotiate with them. And don't be afraid to reach out to me or others for support on this. The schools are, you're heavily outmatched against law schools. They hold a lot of the cards in terms of they know that they have the data, but they actually need you more than you need them. So they don't tell you how many people they're offering that scholarship to. Otherwise, you might view it very differently. But they do need you more than you need them, because you don't have to choose their school. You could choose a different school. You could choose not to go altogether, but they need bodies and seats. They need tuition dollars. And so they will move a lot more than you might think in order to get you to choose them in the end. And so I would aim, first and foremost, get those conditions removed. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.